Hold on one second. Just changing the background real quick. So today's topic is on modern feminism. I see that this program is a little buggy lately. It's been acting kind of strange. Today's topic is on my thoughts on modern feminism. What I think about it, the pros, the cons. So the feminism program was introduced as a response to a certain time when there was too much masculine energy, i.e. somewhere around the time of 1950s. This time period, women were treated like slaves, very comparable to the African men. So women were kind of dealing with the same things that Africans were dealing with, where they were literally being abused. And if a woman did the wrong thing, she would get slapped, she would get beaten up, and it was okay. It was okay at that time. And it wasn't a big deal. So when the feminism program came in, promoting equal rights, it made sense. And this is when feminism made a lot of sense. It's like, all right, let's make men and women equal, or at least as equal as possible, because there'll never be a such thing as true equality. It's not like it's always going to be this. Sometimes it's going to be this, sometimes it's going to be this. There's always going to be like a sort of pendulum. The balance is always the balance is always in flux. It's always changing. Now, a lot of power is more actually in the women. And you see this in the dating game. Women have a lot more power in the dating game. So going back to what I was saying before. Feminism, when it first came out, that package, that program, was in response to the fact that they were treated like slaves. They were treated like junk. They were beaten up. They didn't have certain rights. They didn't have the right to vote. And I think they didn't have the right to access certain jobs or something like that. Or certain education. I'm not sure too much on the details exactly. But the point is, when feminism first came out, they had valid points. And the points was, we need to stop the mistreating of females, especially in that time period, because men were abusing their power. So the power system around those time periods were like, it was like African was at the bottom, minorities, or African women, minority men, and the white men had all the power. So when we talk about feminism, I agree with the philosophy of feminism. I think the feminism philosophy makes sense. Let's treat women fairly. Let's treat them equally. I'm all for that. It makes sense. Now, at the same time, men and women are not built the same. So nothing is ever really fair in a sense. Because men are going to do one thing, women are going to do one thing. And then we're going to have pros and cons based on our own DNA blueprint. So to say this idea of equality and fairness, this will never really happen. This is kind of like the idea of achieving perfection. And perfection is a goal, but perfection is never really achieved. Fast forward today, in the 2018, when feminism is still around, feminism is not about, has nothing to do what it used to be about. which was a legit reason to strike back against the abuse that they were facing. Fast forward today, feminism is nothing but a joke. It's a bunch of women just trying to complain to get more out of life. And the problem is, a lot of these people are the loudest. So the universe listens to the majority of people who are screaming and yelling, essentially. It's like screaming to daddy. Daddy, please, buy me this, buy me that. And they keep complaining. And daddy eventually says, all right, you know what? Let's give you something. That's what modern feminism is today. A bunch of complainers trying to get a little more 5%. They're just trying to get more power. Or at the very least, trying not to lose power. And this is why I don't like modern feminism. Feminism as a philosophy, I agree. Women should be treated fairly. Women should be treated as women beings. We should love women. We should respect women, right? Men and women should be harmonious with each other so we can work together to make the world a better place. I'm not pro-man. I'm not pro-women. I'm pro-evolution. I'm pro-growth. I'm pro-making this world a better place. That's my stance. That's my personal philosophy. But the feminism, it has nothing to do anymore with women getting equal rights. It has to do with them trying to squeeze in another 5%. Get that little extra inch. Get that little, maybe that little pay raise. A little bit of here, a little bit here. They figure if they can keep complaining, if they can keep screaming, if they can keep bickering and yelling, then they can keep getting more and more and more and more. And unfortunately, they are a very loud majority. Especially because men sometimes don't care. Us men, we don't care. Like, it's like whatever, right? But at the same time, men, I encourage you now to kind of like step in, pay a little attention to what's going on here. This way, it's not jeopardizing your lifestyle. Because these little political campaigns, social campaigns that are running in the background, they affect your lifestyle. That's why I'm here now. Because honestly, I don't give a shit about all of this. I don't care about the Maya. I don't care about the screen of space. It's just a screen. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even exist. But because I still live in the physical world, I'm still interacting with all these people. And I cannot, it's one of those things where I really can't afford to just let these things continue on anymore. Because it's affecting my lifestyle now. And that's why I started to jump on board. And I encourage you, men, as well, if you have a strong opinion about something, start spreading the message around. So it becomes like a debate. It becomes like a political debate. Because what's going on right now is that the people who are the loudest are getting the most attention towards a problem. Even if they're wrong, even if what they're saying is really not that big of a deal, they are the loudest. And since men, you guys are more, we as men, we're more naturally chill, we don't care. But I encourage you to. So sorry about that, guys. This video got cut off somehow for some reason, so I'll be finishing this video via podcast format. So the major point is, we as men, also need to kind of participate. Otherwise, we cannot complain about why things are happening a certain way, why they're getting all the power, or these people are getting all the power, or whatever. And it has nothing to do with the power struggle. Well, it's all about the power struggle. Everyone's just trying to maximize their own survivability. That's essentially what it's all about, maximizing their own survivability. This is why I encourage you men to speak about these topics to other men, and just have these discussions this way, that you guys all become aware about what's going on. And then maybe in sometime in the near future, that you participate and get involved with these political and social campaigns, either through making YouTube videos, either through, getting into the politics of it. But it's just very important to know that the longer you sit in the sidelines, the more it's going to affect the quality of your life in one type of way or another. This is why it is very, very important just to know and understand what's going on, because these small little political, social factors will affect your lifestyle in some type of way. And it doesn't mean that you need to get involved right now. Doesn't mean that you need to care, but just kind of be slightly aware of what's going on, because you'll never know when some of these things will come and bite you in the ass, and then you'll wonder why, oh crap, why my life is miserable now. And it's because all these small macro programs are being introduced in the world. And if we just stay in the sidelines, we're going to get what they give us, instead of controlling our reality the way we want to control it. So at the end of the day, I'm not really pro-feminine. I'm not pro-man. I'm pro-evolution. I'm pro-growth. Basically, my job here on planet Earth, I'm likened to a gardener. I'm here just to water the flowers. That's really what my job is. But I can tell you right now that this feminism thing, this feminism is not what it was. When feminism first came out, it was in a response when men were over hyper masculine and women were treated as slaves. So I fully agree. When feminism first came out, it was a response to an urgency, to a dire need to change the way that women were being treated. Women were being abused. Women were being treated like they were pieces of nothing. However, in today's time, feminism is nothing but a fat joke. All of these people are just trying to get their way, just trying to extract more power, trying to extract more resources, probably also trying to lower the power that men have as well, for whatever type of reason. Maybe they're against the traditional roles. Maybe they don't like the way that these stigmas are, whereas, the women needs to be in the kitchen and the women that needs to take care of the baby. Maybe they don't like these kind of stigma roles. But here's the thing is, a lot of these things that they're denying are also really denying themselves. They're denying who they really are as women, because that's what they have been. They've been the nurturer. They've been the family supporter. That's just their straight evolution. That's who they have been for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Now, all of a sudden, there's this kind of resurgence where women are denying their own kind of identity. And the irony behind all of this is that women are acting a lot like men. But it's kind of funny, right? Because feminism is equality for women, but a lot of them act like men. And this is because to survive in this day and age, you need a lot of masculine energy. Masculine energy is that drive to move forward, and accomplish things and get things done. If you're too passive, you won't be able to survive in the world. So if you're naturally feminine, it's really difficult to kind of thrive in a society where you have to be very masculine, almost, demanding, assertive. But you can do all these things in a very well balanced manner. You don't have to be hostile. You don't have to be overly masculine to get all these things. Alright, I'm just going to summarize this video and say there was a time where feminism came in as a response to the 1950s, where men had so much control. Men were beating their wives, abusing their wives. And that was the correct thing. This was likened to the African slaves. The African slaves had their own movement as well, and they earned their rights too. And then women earned their rights as well. But now look what's going on now. Women have all these rights. Women have all these powers. Women have a lot of power in terms of the dating game. Women have a lot of benefits now. In the court system, it's a lot of the times they're kind of like favored to women for a lot of strange reasons. And just to send it home, feminism is just not what it used to be. When it first came out, feminism was the right course of action. It was a dire need to change what was wrong in the world. But today, feminism is just a bunch of people just trying to get more out of somebody else, just trying to get their way, just trying to get more resources. They're also complaining. And truth be told, feminism is denying their own feminine nature, which is kind of hilarious when you think about it. Because, feminism about being equality, that's one thing, right? But they're also denying who they are. They're denying their nature. They're almost saying, I don't even want to be a woman anymore, because of all these stigmas behind it. And these are the reasons why I don't like feminism today. I'm pro women having rights. I'm pro women being equal to men. Now, truth be told, realistically speaking, we will never, ever, ever be fully equal. There'll never be a time where everything's 50-50. That's like not going to happen. But we can strive towards that. We can strive towards that idea of achieving a kind of harmonious relationship such as that. So at this point in time, I think people are just complaining that they're not getting their way. I have so much more that I want to say about this topic, but I've been on this video for like 2 hours now, between video editing and cutting, and so many things went wrong while making this video. So I'm just going to end the video just like this. Thank you for thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my work, check me out on prosperitylifehacks.com. And also check out my ebook, Manifest Shortcuts. Manifest Shortcuts is my personal ebook for you to help you learn how to manifest the life of your dreams, whatever they may be. Better relationships, better social life, better dating life, whatever it is that you may desire. Manifest Shortcuts has all the strategies that you need to manifest the life that you actually want. Peace and love, everybody. That's all.